from Detroit, Michigan, USA. In My House, hosted by T. Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played. For those who know, Ron Trent. Since Altered States, his classic debut released in 1990 on Armando Gallup's Warehouse label, which he originally produced actually 2 years before that, while he was in high school and at the age of 15. Ron Trent's music has been a staple diet for DJs and vinyl record buyers across the globe. His trademark ethereal and spiritual sounds have not only delighted his fans, but have influenced many producers to adopt a similar approach to bring a musicality to their tracks, to produce tracks that call on dancers and the listener to feel the music and be enthralled by it. He was a teenager during Chicago's house music days in the late 1980s, where he witnessed and subsequently ventured into, first as an up-and-coming DJ, and secondly, having earned the respect of his peers and teachers, moved swiftly into music production. He honed his craft as a producer of considerable talent by utilizing all his early musical influences and knowledge to create spiritual, evoking compositions that quickly gained the attention and a loyal following. Ron's alliance with Shay Damir was pivotal. Prescription, the label, founded by the duo in 1993, revitalized house music in what appeared to be a stale and stagnated scene at the time. A steady stream of their tracks and remixes on KMS as well as Prescription were their signature deep minimal textures were released and characterized the label's approach to experimentation in sound. The label also featured such luminaries as Derek Carter, Glenn Underground, Roy Davis Jr., Raymond Thoney, Laura Gavor, Sundiana O.M., and Austin Baskin. With Ron at the helm, Prescription defined the early to mid-90s house music era, and a soon-to-be released box set titled Prescription, Word, Sound, and Power is a fitting tribute to the label's longevity and the enduring quality of Ron Trent's music. Ron Trent's spell in New York led him to create a more organic sound in his music production, and with a new alliance with Giant Step Records. Another enterprise was helping fellow Chicago house producer Anthony Nicholson establish a new house music label, Clear Audience, in 1997, which saw Ron entering a new production partnership with Anthony Nicholson, known as USG, or Urban Sound Gallery. The first 5 releases on the new label, as well as their production on Prescription, were well received by the dance music community, further enhancing Ron's status as one of house music's standard bearers. His return to Chicago has seen him co-found the legendary party Africa Hi-Fi with Sonia Hassan, which ran from 2004 to 2009, and later set up new labels in his own image, Future Vision and Music and Power. His remix back catalog is outstanding. He has done remixes for the likes of Jody Watley, Erykah Badu, Amp Fiddler, Rick Wilhite, 4Hero, Osunlade, Roland Clark, Louis Vega, and Jill Scott, just to name a few. His musicality, his musical tapestry has, as a producer and as a DJ, has brightly cemented his status within dance music circles and further afield as a living legend. His gift for music and DJing has and continues to excite and enchant and touch our souls. For those who know, Ron Trent, brought to you by Mr. Stevie Anderson, the official In My House Techno Music Show historian. This is T. Carlita for the In My House Techno Music Show. Now, let's give an ear and a listen, and if you can, you so shall dance. Here is Ron Trent at his very best. Enjoy. You are in my house, hosted by T. Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played.
Welcome, Judge Mathis. Thanks for coming to share an important message with the Wayne County taxpayers.
Well, thank you for allowing me to help. You know, most of my life I was a resident of Wayne County, and so I'm here to help because Treasurer Shabri wants to work with Wayne County homeowners to keep families in their homes and prevent foreclosure.
If you're having trouble making your property tax payments, let us know. We have many resources to help.
Already in the payment plan? It's important you stay in good standing.
Making property tax payments is now easier than ever. We have placed payment kiosks in community centers across the county. We've also added kiosks in our offices. Contact us at 313-224-5990 or email us at taxinfo@waynecounty.com.
And remember, stay safe, save time, Make your appointments and payments online.
In My House Radio, online 24/7. Featuring only the best techno and house music. And be sure to tune in for Sunday Inspiration, every Sunday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Get connected, www.inmyhouse65.com.
And now, For Those Who Know, featuring DJ Bone by Stevie Anderson, the In My House historian from the UK.
Hi everyone, this is Stevie Anderson from the UK, bringing to you this month's For Those Who Know, featuring DJ Bone, courtesy of T. Carlita's In My House Techno Show Inc. DJ Bone is one of the finest DJ producers to emerge from Detroit in the last 25 years. A defender of the underground, a sonic soldier who is true to his roots, and a purveyor of finely tuned high-tech funk. When he DJs, you would hear the incessant, unnerving and hypnotic drum beats, pounding out a rhythmic chord to dance. His uncompromising approach befits his name. The Music Institute, spiritual home of Detroit techno, and a testing ground for techno's founding fathers to unveil their works of musical art to a knowledgeable and vibrant crowd. It was also where DJ Bone, as a teenager, used to sneak in and see for himself another side of the Detroit underground that warmly welcomed people of different races and backgrounds, united in their love of the music. His musical education was further extended by listening to the legendary radio DJ, The Electrifying Mojo, and the radio mix shows featuring the likes of Jeff Mills in his guys The Wizard, Derek May, Claude Young and Alan Oldham. DJ Bone was a studious thinker of the freeform style of programming his sets, with quick mixing, scratching, backspins and blending skills so often associated with Detroit DJs. Thus began a relentless pursuit of perfecting his skills with that boundless energy and spirit for which he is known. His passion for DJing evolved into making mixtapes and selling them to his friends. One such friend, DJ Thomas Barnett, handed a DJ Bone mixtape to a promoter of the Love Club, also known as The Shelter. After hearing his mix, the promoter contacted DJ Bone to offer him his first club residency for Friday nights. This was the opportunity DJ Bone was waiting for, and he wasted no time in setting out his vision for his Friday night spot. He drew on his experiences at the Music Institute to recreate the underground vibe with his exhilarating DJ sets. It wasn't long before word of his exploits spread throughout Detroit and further afield, making the Love Club one of the most attended night spots in the city. DJ Bone was now in his element. His skills on the turntables were energetic and assured. His bewitching transitions were almost talismanic by nature, inducing the patrons into a spiritual trance dance of joyous celebration. His mixes were often featured on Deep Space Radio, and a faithful following of supporters would travel to see him spin at other clubs and underground parties across Detroit. Similar to the housing days of the Music Institute, the Love Club's reputation had attracted the attention of techno enthusiasts from overseas. Laurent Garnier, a respected techno DJ and producer from France, watched DJ Bone spin at the Love Club anniversary party in 1996. Impressed by his set, Garnier invited DJ Bone to France and booked him to be headline DJ at the renowned Rex Club in Paris. Subsequently, DJ Bone had now established himself as an international DJ of some repute, performing in Europe, Asia, Australia and North America, and always representing Detroit in the best possible sense. Now he wanted to venture into producing techno music, and so tested the waters with his debut release in 1996 called The Electronic Birth EP on a UK label Molecular Recordings. DJ Bone had already set up his own label, Subject Detroit, a year earlier, but his first offering, Unleashed EP, was in 1998. The main purpose of his label was to produce and release a steady stream of conscious-led mind dance themes to challenge and reshape the thinking of what it means to be underground and from Detroit. In 1997, DJ Bone took up the position of resident DJ at the Motor Lounge on Derek May's recommendation, and what occurred was a dramatic upturn in the club's fortunes. DJ Bone led the assault to recapture the hearts and minds of a lost techno generation. His Friday nights was a showcase for pure underground Detroit techno, and crowds flocked to Motor to see him DJ, and many thousands were tuning into live broadcasts of his DJ sets. Some of Detroit techno's most revered figures were frequent visitors to Motor, such as Underground Resistance and the late great James Stinson of Drexciya, whom appreciated DJ Bone's support of their music, often heard in his mixes. DJ Bone's status as a DJ and producer is legendary. He brings an artistic, spiritual and physical intensity very few can match. He is arguably the hardest working artist in techno, and his dedication to advancing the music to stay true to its Detroit roots is a proud legacy beside his name. That's it from me until next time. Thank you for tuning in and supporting the show, and my special thanks go to T. Carlita for her guidance and encouragement. I'm Stevie Anderson from the UK, wishing you all peace in the spirit of 313.
You are In My House, hosted by T. Carlito, where the true stories are told and great music is played. are In My House, hosted by T. Carlito, where the true stories are told and great music is played.
In My House Radio, online 24/7. Featuring only the best techno and house music. And be sure to tune in for Sunday Inspiration, every Sunday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Get connected, www.inmyhouse65.com.
Thanks, Charles, for letting me use your gardening supplies. I'll make sure I put it back in the garage. Man, tending to that lawn is a lot of work.
Tell you the truth, Jim, I'm more concerned about keeping this house.
What's going on?
Well, you know, Sarah lost her job 2 months ago, right?
Yeah.
Since we lost that income, the bills have been piling up, and we're so far behind. I don't want to lose the house because of back taxes. I don't know what to do.
I understand. The same thing happened to my sister and her husband when he lost his job. Do you know that the Wayne County Treasurer has plans and programs to help people stay in their homes?
No, I didn't. Tell me about it.
Yeah, go to www.treasurer.waynecounty.com and see if you qualify.
Say that again.
www.treasurer.waynecounty.com.
Got it.
I am Stevie Anderson from the UK, bringing you this month's For Those Who Know, featuring Roy Davis Jr., courtesy of T. Carlito's In My House Techno Show. For almost 30 years, Roy Davis Jr.'s music has been highly regarded by the dance music industry and fans alike, who rightly acclaim him as one of the most influential producers of his generation and a true house music legend. Roy Davis Jr. grew up in Chicago. His musical education began at the age of 13 when he started DJing, mixing disco, hip-hop, imported Italian disco and then house music. He was inspired by the music of some of Chicago's revered pioneers, most notably Ron Hardy, Lil Louis, Marshall Jefferson, Farley Jackmaster Funk, and his friend and mentor, DJ Pierre, of renowned acid house innovators Future. His first foray into producing house music was a track called 20 Below, which featured on Volume 6 of a house music compilation series on a UK house label called Jack Tracks. The track was credited to DJ Pierre as Pierre's Fantasy Club and did not include Davis, yet he remained undeterred and focused on becoming a recognised producer in his own right. Davis's burgeoning talent as a producer and keyboard player was now in demand. He played keyboards on tracks by Steve Poindexter and Brian Harris respectively, on Poindexter's Chicago Underground label, and for the Chicago Bad Boys EP on Sabre Records. His collaboration with another mentor, the legendary Marshall Jefferson, as U Mosier, produced 2 excellent tracks, We Are Unity and Love Don't Let Me Down, both released on Jefferson's label Otherside Records, further added to Davis's growing reputation. Davis had followed a similar career path of his friend DJ Pierre, to work as A&R scout and produce records for iconic New York house music label Strictly Rhythm, as well as set up 2 labels of his own, Underground Therapy Music and Red Cat. His return to Chicago saw him replace DJ Pierre in Future, and he co-produced the anthemic Rise From Your Grave, released on Strictly Rhythm in 1992. Davis still found time to work on his own productions and a definitive sound, a sound that embraces his love of soul, funk and jazz, melded together, that is infectious as it is euphoric. His hallmark soulful bass and chord instrumentation is heavily influenced by the music of artists he most admires, Curtis Mayfield, Stevie Wonder and Marshall Jefferson. His music often reveals his deep faith in God. Track titles like Join His Kingdom, Michael, Rejoice, God of Israel and Paradise, to name a few. But it was another spiritual-based track called Gabriel, featuring Pevin Everett, released on Chicago's Large Records in 1992, that catapulted Roy Davis Jr. from underground hero to mainstream pop stardom, as Gabriel became a worldwide hit in the clubs and commercial radio. The track was so influential in the development of a new dance music genre known as UK Garage, and has been a club hit ever since. Throughout his glittering career, Roy Davis Jr.'s tracks have graced some of house music's best-known labels: Strictly Rhythm, Power Music, King Street, Downtown 161, Nervous Records, all from New York, and from Chicago, Large Records, Casual and Prescription. His consistency and range as a producer, remixer and DJ has left an indelible mark on the history of house music. In conclusion, I will quote Roy Davis Jr.'s own words from a statement he put out last year following a diagnosis for multiple sclerosis. It is a testament to a much loved and respected individual and to his courage. And I quote, "I hope for as long as I physically can, I will continue to play music to you all, as much and as regularly as possible, and continue to give you the music that lets us break free from the shackles of life's pain, bring us all closer together, and sparks our souls." End quote. That's it from me until next month. My very special thanks goes out to T. Carlita and to all of you who watch and support the show. This is Stevie Anderson from the UK, wishing you all peace in the spirit of 313.
Thank you, Stevie Anderson, the official In My House Techno Music Show Incorporated historian and narrator of the first of the month segment of For Those Who Know. Wow, I finally get to hear your voice. We have communicated through email for 3 years now, and I finally get to have a voice behind the messages. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I also want to give a super thank you to Ayanna T. Miller, my photographer buddy, for being there with me when Roy Davis Jr. actually came to Detroit to the Grasshopper. So those photos are hers, and I appreciate that. And to be in the room with him and to dance to his performance was just wow. That's all I want to say. So for the In My House Techno Music Show, this has been For Those Who Know. Now you know a little bit more about Roy Davis Jr. And I encourage you to Google, search, watch video clips, get to know who he is. These are legends of this music. These are legends in the business. Get to know them, appreciate them, support them. This is T. Carlita for the In My House Techno Music Show, and we'll be right back.
An archangel of love. He
are In My House, hosted by T. Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played.